Hey everyone, Mad Dasher here. I noticed there was a lot of hits and views on the fuel line problem that I was having for my 99 to 2004 Chrysler 300M. So I found a fix for it. As I said, that little fuel line, you don't need to replace the thing all the way from the gas tank to the throttle body. So there's a piece of plastic about that long, plastic tubing, maybe like that long. And so what you're going to do is you're going to have to take off the upper intake manifold and the throttle body and disassemble it to be able to get to it. Now, I addressed this while I was replacing the steering rack. You see those in earlier videos, little shorts. And I just finally got enough views, 4.8 thousand hits on the fuel line thing, so I can finally upload full videos. Mine's fixed. Been working fine for a couple of months. Drove all the way 470 miles one way, drove around while I was down there, then 471 miles back. Been driving around since then, and it's been fine. No problems. I have no issues. It worked fine. The one catch is it did say not meant for a fuel injection system. I'm pretty sure it's because it's a high pressure, but the way I did mine, it's holding, it's working. I don't have any gas leak, no problems. Worked just fine. So it's a piece of flex flow. You're going to get a piece of flex line, the rubber flex line. It says gas for a fuel line. And a couple of little clamps, not the little snap clamps, but the ones you have to actually screw down. Hose clamps. So what I did is I unclipped you take the little green tabs on the side up where it connects to the throttle body, and do this before you move the throttle body. Unclip that. You get down next to, you can kind of see by bending the hose a little bit where the end of the metal tube is and where the plastic couples over it. It's shrink fitted on there. Cut it off just before that metal tube connection. Once you get that out, you're going to have to take and split the line on your connector where it connects to the throttle body. Keep that piece of plastic because you're going to need it as a reference for the inside diameter of the fuel line you're going to need. I wish I could remember what size I got. I went in there and I did the same thing. I just put the fuel line up to it and checked it, and it worked. Mind you, the full line is like $120 to $130 depending on where you go to get it. This little piece of hose was a little over $3. Now, you got to do the same thing on the metal tube, but it's easier to get it off there because it's metal and plastic instead of plastic and plastic. Be careful with that piece of plastic, that connector, getting that off there. So then you get the one off the metal. It's hard to get them on there. I took a little gas and rubbed the ends. I slid it over the plastic first. I made sure that it was flexible enough. I clamped my clamp down on top of that, not too hard, but I made sure it was a tight fit. Slid my other hose clamp on, making sure that it was in a direction that was accessible with either a socket or a screwdriver. I used a socket and a little extension to get it on, to get it in there and get it on. Took me a minute and some work. Got the rubber end on the metal, got it up to where it was snug enough. Put the clamp on, tightened it down, and that one I got a little bit more torque down on. and didn't crush the tube or anything. Still being careful not to go too much. Got everything reassembled after getting my rack done, manifold, intake manifold on, upper intake manifold on. Note, check your upper intake manifold gasket and your throttle body to manifold connection gasket. Might not be a bad idea to replace them if you haven't already done it, and it's been a while or you don't know if it's been done. And hooked everything up. Didn't crank it too hard. I just turned the ignition on, tap, turn it off. Turn the ignition on, tap, turn it off. Turn the ignition on, left it sit on for a minute, let the pump do its work, and well, you know, started right up. No leak, no problem since. A little under $4, maybe a little over, depends on where you're at, compared to $120 and $130 fix. A little bit of time, but worth the effort. God bless. You have a great day. If you want to know more about fixing something on these 99 to 2004 Chrysler 300Ms, like and subscribe, hit me up, leave me a comment, and I'll see where I can go. This car is pretty new. It doesn't need a lot. I mean, as far as parts, it's pretty new. It's in good condition, 95,000 miles, runs strong. It's a good car.